Hello everyone, welcome to Search UPSC. Yesterday I've started a series where I'm going to discuss some of my error topics so that I will get revised and also you'll get revised some of the topics. But in yesterday's video, I've done it in the Telugu, but I'll continue it in English. Further, if you guys want it in Telugu, you can comment down below so that I can know how many people want in Telugu. Okay, so let's get started. So, firstly, in this video, we are going to discuss the topics related to geomorphology and some of the current affairs related to January of 2024. Okay, so first of all, let's and also one thing is I'm not going to discuss any topic completely, just I'm going to discuss the topics which have gone wrong, and also it will be a very minor thing, and also you guys can easily revise these topics. Okay, let's see. First of all, upper portion of the mantle is known as the asthenosphere, and also the crust place uppermost part of the mantle commonly known as lithosphere. Just see here, upper portion of only mantle. Only mantle is known as asthenosphere, but including crust and uppermost part of the mantle is known as lithosphere. Next, we have the ring of fire, and also we can call it as circumpacific belt. Okay, why it is called as ring of fire or circumpacific belt is because there is a highly active volcanoes there, and also there is a very frequent occurrence of earthquakes in that place. Next, we have the topic related to earthquake. In earthquake, we'll get where the earthquake starts is known as a focus, and also it is also called as hypocenter. On the surface, which where we can see the earthquake is known as epicenter. So one thing we need to focus is on, we call focus as hypocenter, because in exam the examiner may also give or interchange the names as the focus is also known as epicenter. But if we know the right answer, we know that the statement is wrong because focus is known as hypocenter. Next, the next thing is exercise Sea Dragon. So this should be come in international relations. I'll paste it there. Now let's see. In exercise Sea Dragon, the examiner may ask which are the countries participating in Sea Dragon, and it may include some other country which is not part of the exercise Sea Dragon. So for this we need to try to remember the countries. Okay, so in the exercise Sea Dragon, the countries which are part are US, Australia, South Korea, Japan, Canada, and India. Mostly here we can see that mostly the countries are east countries. Okay, what are the countries? Australia, South Korea, Japan, and one is India, and the other two are US and Canada. We can remember it because here is a USA, the adjacent to it is a Canada. So in this way we can remember. Next, P waves. P waves are also known as longitudinal waves. S waves are also known as transverse waves, and P waves also known as sound waves. So let's see and try to see the P waves and S waves, and let's discuss about it here. Okay, so here is the earthquake, and this is the hypocenter or focus. The P waves are the longitudinal waves. So we have this thing. This is the occurrence of the, here it is a core. So this is the occurrence of the P waves. P waves occurs in these areas. Okay, this is a 103 degrees from the place where it has occurred, that is focus, from focus, and this thing is I think 145 degrees something, 145. Okay, so this is for the P waves, and for the S waves, just this is the areas where the S waves are occurred. One thing we need to remember is for P waves it can go through solid, and also it can go through liquid, because it is similar to sound waves. Longitudinal waves means it will go in this way, but S waves can only go through solids, it cannot go through liquid, and S waves move in this direction. And also one thing we need to remember is P waves are the first one to occur on the surface of the earth or epicenter. P waves are the first waves which are going to occur on the earth. We also have S waves. S waves comes secondary. Next we have convection current. What does convection current means is the movement of any particle or object from one place to another place is known as convection current. Due to convection current only we are getting the volcanoes, or we are getting the new landforms. Due to convection current, the particles which are in the mantle will go above and rise, and they'll deposit on the earth. So in this way we'll get new landforms. So it is one of the way where we get new landforms. Next we have the process of orogeny. Orogeny is a process of formation of mountain. How does this mountain forms? This mountain forms due to the movement between the plate tectonics. Mainly these mountains will be formed due to convergent boundaries. So we need to remember convergent boundaries means if we have this is one plate and this is one plate. So next, okay, this is one plate and this is one plate. This will both move in the opposite direction, and one plate moves over the other, and the other will be subducted, and this above one will become as a mountain. So one thing we need to remember is the mountains in the process of mountain formation, the convergent plate tectonics will be happening there. What is epirogeny? Epirogeny is just a continental building process which happens under the earth crust. This is a thing which we need to remember. These are the two things. Next we have the topics related to international relations. We have recently seen in the news about exercise Ayutthaya. This is the Navy exercise between the Indian Navy and the Thailand Navy. So this is a simple thing which we need to remember. This Ayutthaya means it is significant to the Ayodhya place in India and Ayutthaya in Thailand. The other two exercises are, one is Maitri, that is related to army, and the other one is Shyam Bharat, that is related to Air Force. So these are the main factual things which we need to remember for UPSC Prelims 2025. And next we have economy related topics. Firstly, we have the masala bonds. Actually, masala bonds were launched in the year 2014 by whom? By International Finance Corporation, that is IFC. We guys need to remember this organization or corporation because there is a high chance of asking this organization in our exams. Next, what does masala bond actually mean? So these bonds are actually sent or like sell outside India, sold outside India, and the determination of the bond is rupee denomination only. So these bonds will be sold to some other foreign nationals, and the denomination will be in the rupee form only. Who can buy this? Any corporate can buy this, and also government. Who can issue it? Any corporate bank can also give it, and also government banks can also issue it. One thing is masala bonds cannot be used for the real estate purpose. So this thing we need to remember because it's a kind of a trap where examiner can take us to. So real estate purpose we cannot use masala bonds. Next we have the windfall tax. What does windfall tax is? Actually in the recent times uh, there is a war between Russia and Ukraine. Everyone knows. So in this time there was a crisis, and what we were getting the crude oil from Russia for a lower rate. What does the companies which are refining this crude oil to refinery oil, which can be used as petrol or diesel, what they are doing is they were charging more for the people of the same nation, that is a home nation, but they are charging very less for the outer nation because they were mainly profit motivated. So by seeing this, what government has done is, so it has charged a tax on the agencies or the companies which were making huge profits with the taking advantage of the adverse crisis of Russia Ukraine war. So the tax which government will be keeping or will keep on the companies or the industries which are taking huge profits during the any unforeseen circumstances is known as a windfall tax. Okay. Next we have the SBI Green Rupee Term Deposit, that is SGRTD. Next the issuer is a SBI. It mainly launched its term deposit is due to encourage the environmental friendly projects. Who can buy these deposits or who can deposit? So non-residents can deposit in these term deposits, and residents can deposit. NRIs can also deposit. So why this is important? Because the examiner may ask that he says that only residents are allowed to deposit in the SBI Green Rupee Term Deposit, but we know that everyone, that is non-residents, residents, NRIs, all people are allowed to deposit in SBI Green Rupee Term Deposit. And a person can deposit in SBI Green Rupee Term Deposit is he can only deposit rupees only. He cannot deposit via dollars as a dollar. He can only deposit through rupees. Next, there are three types of tenures where the depositor can keep their money for a certain amount of time. So he can keep the deposits in the bank for 111 days, that is 1111 days, and 1777 days, and the other one is 2222 days. So these are the three tenures or three types of tenure where a depositor can deposit. And also there is a premature withdrawal. If you are not willing to deposit further for these many days, you can take it out in between. So this is known as premature withdrawal. In this way, the examiner can also ask and give one statement that SBI Green Rupee term deposit does not allow premature withdrawal. So that statement will be wrong. We know that SBI Green Rupee term deposit allow premature withdrawals also. And next, green deposits. So the green deposits are protected by whom? The green deposits are mainly protected by the deposit insurance and credit guarantee scheme. So it is protected under deposit insurance credit guarantee scheme. Next, we have the shadow zone. So we also discussed earlier the shadow zones. So one thing we need to remember is the shadow zones of the S waves are greater than the P waves, because S waves cannot pass through liquid, but P waves can pass through both solid and liquid. Next, we have the term K-shape economic recovery. So this thing K-shape economic recoveries after recession. There will be some industries where they will recover and they will attain some growth and they will grow, but in some industries they will or they cannot cope up with the recession and they could not grow, and there will be very depreciation in the performance of the some industries. So due this scenario is called K-shape economic recovery after recession, no? So that's why we call it as economic recovery. So the graph will be look like this way. These are the some industries which are recovering from the this recession, and some are going downwards after recession. So this is the K-shape graph, K-shape economic graph. Next, we have the price deficiency payment system. So this price deficiency payment system is a suggestion given by the Niti Aayog. So what does it mainly do is it compensate farmers. So price deficiency payment system is a market price of crop, which the price is there in the market minus the MSP, that is the which government is taking from the farmers. So the price difference between the market market price of crop minus MSP. So this is the things which we need to remember. This is for the day 2. And also, if you guys like the video, please do subscribe. And also, if you want any changes in the videos, or where if you want to suggest some changes, or if you want to say something related to videos, or if you want to me to improve in some aspects, you can comment down. And if you like the video, please do share this video to your close ones, and also you can subscribe this channel for more like this. So bye.